Today we will solve horizontal and vertical deflections in frame using unit load method. So this is the first problem. This is a frame. This is a rigid joint and it is carrying a point load at this point and one point load on the vertical post. So by using unit load method we have to calculate the vertical deflection at this point. So it is more or less similar to a cantilever beam only. First we'll consider a real system from which we will calculate the capital M, and then we'll consider the virtual system in which we'll remove all the loads and position a unit load at a point where deflection is required. We'll use this deflection equation, integration 0 to L capital M small m EI into dx. So this is our real structure, and from this we'll calculate the capital M. So we'll start from the free end. So first portion will be EC. So if you draw a section here, we find that there is no force on the right hand side. There is no force on the right hand side. So origin we kept as C, and limit of this is 0 to 2, and there was no force, so bending moment will be 0. Now we come to the second part, that is BE. So we'll take a section. So either we consider the left hand portion or the right hand portion. So we'll consider the left hand portion because this is a fixed end. There will be three reactions: one vertical reaction, one horizontal reaction, and one fixed end moment. So we want to escape from this. So we'll continue to consider the forces on the right hand side of the section. So we'll take E as the origin for the portion BE. That means section is at a distance x from point E. So what will be the moment of this force about this section? It will be 20 into x. Now we'll see whether it is sagging or hogging. So this is the section and this is the force. So because of this force, the beam will bend like this. So this is a hogging shape. So this will be minus 20 into x. We'll erase all this. Now we'll consider the third portion, that is BD. It is a vertical portion, so what we do, we'll cut a horizontal section. Now the section divides the structure into two parts: portion above the section and portion below the section. When we cut a vertical section, we consider portion left of the section or right of the section. But when we have cut a section that is horizontal, so we'll consider the forces above the section or below the section. So again, at A this is a fixed end, so there will be three reactions and one more force. So total 4 force will be there. So we'll try to calculate the bending moment equation from the other side. So what we do, we drop this force on this section. So this is the force and this is the perpendicular distance. So what is the perpendicular distance? It is 2 meters only. So 20 into 2. And whether it is sagging or hogging, for that we will use a convention that always the observer will be on the inside of the frame. He will always be in the inside of the frame, and because of this force, this column will bend like this. From him, for this will be hogging. So again this moment 20 into 2 will be negative because it is creating hogging in the middle. So the last part is the portion AD. So again we cut a vertical, member is vertical, we cut a horizontal section, and either we'll consider the forces above the section or below the section. So we'll consider the forces above the section. That means this distance from D, the section is at a distance x. So what will be the moment of this force? It will be 10 into x. What about this moment of this force about this point? It will be this is the perpendicular distance. So it will be 20 into 2. Now we have to consider whether this is sagging or hogging. So again the observer will stand inside the frame, and because of this force there will be hogging moment in the column, and because of this force there will be hogging in the column. So both the forces 20 kilonewton and 10 kilonewton are producing a hogging curvature in the member, so it will be taken as negative. So minus 20 into 2 and minus 10 into x. This is a virtual system in which we are considering deflection, vertical deflection at point C. Suppose if we wanted to calculate horizontal deflection at C, then this point load would have been a horizontal one. So we have to think whether we want to calculate vertical deflection or horizontal deflection. In case of vertical deflection, we put a unit point load which is vertical, right? Now come to portion EC, and so this is our section. We will consider the forces on the right hand side, so it will be 1 into x, and this is a hogging moment, so minus 1 into x. Now the second portion is BE. Either we will consider all the forces on the left hand side or all the forces on the right hand side. So it is only one force is on the right hand side of the section. So this distance is x because we are considering E as the origin, and this distance is 2. So what will be the moment? 1 into x plus 2 with a minus sign because it is hogging moment. Now come to the vertical member BD. Portion BD, we cut a section horizontal line. We consider the forces on the above this line. So only one force is there. We put the force up to this point. So this is going to be the perpendicular distance. So what is the perpendicular distance? It is 2 plus 2, 4. So bending moment will be 1 into 4. And why minus sign? Because when the observer is standing inside the frame, you will find that because of this force, the column will bend like this, and this, like this it will bend, right? Similarly for portion AD, same concept will use. The bending moment will be minus 1 into 4, and all the values will put up in this equation, this table, and calculate the values of delta EC, delta BE, delta BD, and delta AD. So how we calculate delta EC? Simply integrate from 0 to 2 m this value into this value. So this is 0 only. So no need to calculate delta EC. It is 0 because one of the term is 0. For BE, what we do, how we do? We'll integrate 0 to 2, multiply minus 20x into minus 1x plus 2 dx upon EI, integrated. Again for BD, like this we will calculate all the delta, and summation of that, all the delta forces, all the delta will give you the final deflection at C. Now this is the second question on the frame, and on the same frame we have improvised some of the loads, and now there is a UDL on the vertical portion AB, and again simply we have to calculate the horizontal deflection at C, because there is a roller support here. So again we will use two systems, one will call as real system, the other will be the virtual system. You can see that here we are using a unit load which is horizontal, just because we have to calculate the horizontal displacement at C. So the first step will be to calculate the reaction. So there are three reactions because this is a roller support. So one roller reaction will be there, and this is a hinge. So two reactions, one horizontal and one vertical reaction will be there. But from common sense we can say that we won't require these values, these horizontal and vertical reactions at A. We won't use it. So only thing we want is our value of RC. So in one step we can find the value of RC by taking moment at A. So there are three forces, RC, this point load of 20 kN, and this UDL. So what will be the moment of this RC about point A? It will be force into perpendicular distance. So perpendicular distance is 4. So 4 into RC. It will rotate anti-clockwise about point A. What about this 20 kN load? We will extend this force up to this point. So the perpendicular distance is 2. So we'll write 20 into 2, and this has tendency to rotate clockwise. So we have kept this on the other side of the equation. Now what the UDL? The intensity of UDL is 2, So the total load will be 2 into 4, and the load will act from the center of the UDL. So we can write it as 2 into 4 into 4 by 2. So we'll get the value RC as 14. Now here we can see that there are three portions. First one is CD, next is DB, and the last one is BA. So we should always start calculating from the right corner. So first portion we are taking as DC. So we cut a section. So there are so many forces on the left hand side of the section. So it is better we consider the forces on the right hand side. So we will consider C as the origin for the portion CD, and this distance will consider as X. So the bending moment at this point will be RC into X, and it will be with positive sign. Now for the second portion BD, again we'll cut a section, and again for portion BD we'll cut a section and consider the forces on the right hand side, and this time we'll keep the origin as D. So this distance will be 2 and this is X. So how the equation will go, how the bending moment equation will go, it will be RC into 2 plus X. So plus RC into 2 plus X, because this is a sagging, and this force will give a hogging bending moment. So minus 20 into X. So the last portion will be this vertical portion AB. So what we do, we cut a horizontal section, and either we consider all the forces above the section or below the section. So it is better to consider forces which are above this section. So first one will be RC into total distance is 4. So the perpendicular distance is 4. Then 20 will allow this force to fall in this section. The perpendicular distance is 2. Then about UDL, so this distance is X. So the bending moment equation will be WX square by 2. So W is 2 into X square by 2. So we can clearly see that the tendency of this force about this member is to bend it like this, this force. So this is going to be positive. Rest these two forces, this point load 20 kN point load and this UDL, they have the tendency to bend the column like this, and the observer is standing inside the frame only. So he sees that this is a hogging force. So we have kept both the moments as hogging, minus sign. Now coming to virtual system, in this we have removed all the forces, this UDL and point loads all we have removed, and we have placed a unit load at point C where we wanted to calculate a horizontal displacement. So first thing again we have to calculate is the reaction due to unit force. So we'll take moment about A. So the force is RC. So what is the perpendicular distance about point A? It is 2 plus 2, 4. And what about this unit load? It is again at a distance of 4 meters. So we can write as 4 into RC is equal to 1 into 4. So 4 cancels out and we get RC is equal to 1. So we'll try to formulate bending moment equation small m. So first portion is DC. Now we consider equilibrium on the, now we consider forces on the right hand side. So the equation will be RC into X. RC is 1 and it will be sagging, so positive. Now this distance is X and this distance is 2 from C to D. So we should write it as 1 into X plus 2. Then for the last portion AB, we'll cut a horizontal section, and there are two forces. So the first force will give this pink is at a distance X. So it will be 1 into X, and the other force will be at a distance 4. So it will be RC into 4. So we will write 1 into 4 and 1 into x. So what is the nature of this pink line? So pink force, unit load is trying to bend the vertical portion as hogging, so we have taken as minus. And what about this RC? RC is trying to rotate like this, so the vertical portion will bend like this, so it is going to be sagging, so this is kept as positive. So we'll put all the values in this table and simply put the limits and multiply these two values and simply integrate. We'll get the value of horizontal deflection at C. So using a unit load method, we'll try to calculate horizontal deflection at point C. This is a portal frame, and we'll see the application of unit load method in calculating horizontal deflection at point C. So step 1 will be to calculate the reaction. We'll use the equations of equilibrium. First we'll use the equation sigma fx is equal to 0. So this is a hinge, so it will have two reactions, one horizontal and one vertical, and this will be a roller, so only one reaction will be there. So when we consider sigma fx is equal to 0, we'll find only two horizontal forces, 20 along that direction, and HA will be equal and opposite. So from that we can say that HA is equal to 20 kilonewton. Now we'll take sigma Fy is equal to 0. So all the vertical forces will sum together. So VA plus VD should be equal to 3 into 10. So UDL, this is UDL. So 3 into 10, 30 kilonewton is the total load. So now when we solve by taking moment about point A, because two unknowns are there, so it is always advisable that from one equation we can solve only one unknown. So it is better practice that we always take moment about hinge, so that two unknown forces are unknown reactions are 0. So what will be the moment of VD about point A? So VD into 10. Then what will be the moment of this point load 20? It will be 20 into 10. This will rotate anti-clockwise, this will rotate clockwise. So we will keep them on the other side of the equation. Now consider the point load. This is 3 kilonewton per meter multiplied by 10 meter. So we'll get 3 into 10 as the load, and the load will act from the center. So it will be into 10 by 2. So the moment of UDL will be 3 into 10 into 10 by 2. So when we solve, we get VD as 35 kilonewton and VA as downward 5 kilonewton, because VA plus VD was 30 and VD alone is 35. So VA will be on the downward side. So we'll again form two systems, one real system for getting the capital M value for this equation, and we'll use the virtual system in which we'll remove all the forces and put a unit load at point C. It should be here because we want horizontal deflection at C. So we'll put this point load at this point. So this is our real system from which we'll get the values of capital M. So you can see that there are three portions here. First one is DC, second one is CD, CB, and last one is AB. So for the portion CD, we'll cut a section. We'll cut a section and we'll cut a section like this. So one section should divide the structure into two parts. So either we'll consider the forces on this side or all the forces on the other side. So it is better we consider forces on this side as only one force is there. So along the member CD there is no moment, because of this is an axial force. It will not have any perpendicular distance. So capital M for portion CD is 0. Now we will come to next portion, that is BC. Now we cut section like this. So it is up to us that we consider the forces on the left hand side or on the right hand side. So we'll consider forces on the right hand side. So what is the force here? It is VD. So we'll keep origin as C. So this distance is going to be X. So moment of this is Vd into x, and it is sagging or hogging? It is sagging, because this member BC, because of this, is going to be deflected like this. So this is a sagging shape. So this thing we call as positive. So plus Vd into x. And what about UDL? Bending moment of UDL will be Wx square by 2. So W is 3 into x square by 2. Why minus sign? Because it will have tendency to bend the member like this. This is hogging, so we'll consider as negative. Now coming to the third portion, that is AB. Now we cut the section like this. So either we consider forces, all these forces, or we consider this force. So it is better that we consider only this forces. So this distance is going to be x. So our origin for the portion AB is A, and this force is passing through the axis of the member. So this will not give any moment. So the moment will be HA into x. So what is the nature? Is it sagging or hogging? So the observer will stand inside the frame, and what he see is, because of this horizontal force, the beam will, or the member will bend like this. For him this is a sagging, so we'll consider it as positive. So this is our virtual system where we have point load, unit point load at C, because we want horizontal deflection at C. So first section will first portion we'll consider is CD, and we find that there is no force which will create any moment, because this is a force that will pass through the axis of the member. So small m value will be 0 for portion CD. Now we consider BC. So we consider all the forces on the right hand side. What we find that this member will pass through the axis of the member, so it will not give any moment, only this force will give you bending moment. So this distance is x. So Vd into x is positive Vd into x, because of this force the member will bend like this. So this is a sagging curve, so we will call it as positive. Now we come to the last portion, that is AB. We cut a section like this, and either we consider all the forces on the other side of the section, or we will consider only this part. So there are two forces, HA and VA. VA is passing through the axis of the member, so it will not give any moment. This reaction HA will give moment as HA into x. So we have to think whether it is positive or negative. For that we'll use, our observer will be standing here, and what he sees is, because of this force the member will bend like this. For him this is sagging, so it is going to be positive. So we'll put up all the values. In this table, and eventually we'll solve it for CD, BC and VA by simply integrating 0 to 10 Vd, this capital M into small m. Value of Vd is known to us. Similarly, we'll integrate 0 to 10 HA into x into HA into x. All the values are known. HA is known to us. We get something in the form of x. We'll substitute the value. We'll get the final deflection as 14583 kilonewton meter cube upon EI. When we solve, we'll get the answer in millimeters. So that's it.